Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jamila Daura. Thank you for clicking to watch this video. If you are new, welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, hi. So today's video is going to be about marriage. These are the things that are happening. These are real societal issues that we really need to talk about, hoping that somebody would learn from these talks, and also like if they are going through something like this, it helps them to guide their decision making process. So if this is something you're interested in, please subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, and let's get right into it. So today's topic is about his family does not love me. What do I do? So marriage is a lifelong commitment. When you are thinking of marriage, think of it for like as a long-term project that is going to continue to evolve. You're going to need to add things, going to modify, you're going to need to redo some things, just to make it work. That is what's marriage. That is how I see marriage. I don't see it as a short-term thing. I don't see it like every other relationship that you get into, like friendship. It might not be as sacred as the relationship you get from parents, your relationship with your parents or your siblings, but it is still a sacred thing in its own right. So I know people feel like, oh, in this age, we have this ideology of I can do things by myself. I don't need certain people in my life. It's just me and him. It's just going to be me and him. I don't need to see his parents. I don't need to see his family. I don't need to hang around them. Of course, you don't need to do all of these things, but you want a successful marriage. You want a happy marriage. You want a fulfilling marriage. And while you are in a good place with your family, you don't want to take that away from your significant other, because it is going to contribute to how he is going to relate with you. And you think like, how is that possible? Now think about it this way. Once your husband knows that, oh, his family does not love you, they don't want you, he will want to stay away from them. These are people that have hopefully contributed positively in his life, people that he grew up knowing, he loves them, but he's put in a fix that he has to make a decision between them and you, and he's choosing you. But deep down him, that is a void. That is a void that you can't fill. That is a void that your family can't fill for him, because the time that he has spent with them, that he is supposed to continue to spend with them, no matter how long you guys are in marriage, can never be longer than what he have spent on how the time he spent with them. That is just the fact, because even when he gets married, he's going to have to still continue relating with them. So his own years with his family and his parents will continue increasing. Even if your marriage is also increasing in years, it will still never amount to the number of years he is gathering up over the years, if that makes sense. So yes, you cannot say that, okay, you cannot walk into that marriage, except of course there is that toxic environment, a toxic environment that affects both of you mentally, that has affected him mentally, that they do not contribute or have value in his, like add any value in his life. Then of course, maybe even before they met you, their relationship has always been rocky and not a good one. Then it is easy for you to make such a decision that, okay, maybe there's also his backing in it and all that, but do not ever be the reason why somebody is staying away from his family. It is something you do not want to gamble with. While I still maintain the fact that once I'm married, like his family or his parents or his siblings do not have any right over me. This is speaking from the Islamic perspective. I walked into marriage with that ideology. That has allowed me to create a boundary, and that is something you want to understand. Even when that boundary exists, it is not void of love. There is still love there. There is still acceptance. There is still respect and regard. I always believe that if you don't love the mother of the child, you don't love the child. That is my belief. You cannot love my child and not love me. And if I want to give birth to children, I want to give birth to children that are genuinely loved, that will be loved through and through. Not when mommy is there is now this sort of vibe towards mommy. For me, when I see people maltreat my mom or treat my mom badly or say things about you're automatically my enemy. I am her child. Like if you treat my mother badly, you are automatic. I don't even care about who you are or anything. If you just treat my mother badly, you are automatically my enemy. So I will put that into my children. Look, if somebody you know does not love me, take it that that person does not love you, because I will not let you relate with my child if I know you have a problem with me. So when you think about it that way, you don't want to deny your children the beauty of having aunties, the beauty of having grandparents, the beauty of having uncles and cousins. So at the end of the day, while people want to tell you that marriage is a journey, you're not marrying his family, it is him you're marrying. The family contributes to the success of marriage. I know how much my parents have influenced the beauty of my marriage today. I know how much the Mister's family have influenced the beauty of my marriage today. And it has really, really helped us as young people that, we are just finding our footing in this thing called marriage. We are just beginning to be in sync with ourselves without needing extra help, support. I mean, the guidance is always there. When I mean support, again, I don't mean maybe financial. No, it is just that psychological balance that is needed to make a marriage work. And if you don't have that, if you're environment is not balanced mentally, physically, then there is something that is definitely going to miss in your marriage. Don't let work people deceive you that, oh, you're just marrying him, you're not marrying his family, you don't need his family. They influence it. They can influence it negatively, and they can influence it positively. If you already sense that there's going to be a negative impact, please don't even start it. Don't go, because it is never going to go away. It is going to be generational. It is going to move from you to your children, to your grandchildren, and that is how the family is going to be further divided. Go into an environment where there is love, most especially if you're coming from an environment where there's been so much love. You don't want people to teach you how to hate. You don't want people to teach you how to be bitter if you've never been a bitter person. So these are the dangers of that mentality of, I'm not marrying his family, I am only marrying him. You're not only marrying him. His family is a part of him. They built him, they raised him, they gave him the values, the morals, everything that he has that is benefiting you today, the love. They gave it to him, except of course it was never there. Then it becomes an easy decision. And do you even want, how much has this maybe environment or this toxic environment that he has experienced as a young person or child growing up, how much has it affected him? Are there unresolved baggage? So these are the questions that you need to ask. So it is really, really important that you understand that marriage is a big deal. It should be a big deal. It is a big deal in reality. There are no identical experiences in marriage. Everybody is going to have his or her own experiences, but do not blind your eyes and deafen your ears to words of wisdom for people that have been in such dynamics of not being accepted in marriage, in their union, but they still forcefully went into it because they thought they could navigate it. Those marriages hardly ever last. They do not last. They always, no matter how long they last, they will end up in tears, in premium tears. Even marriages that start with love tend to crash. Come and talk of this one where there is no love for you. There is no real sense of love, because he's going to resent you at some point. There are times maybe he'll want to share experiences, talk about his childhood experiences, talk about people that he loves, and he cannot do it because you're there. And he does not want to offend you. He's practically going to choose you over these people, and that is going to take away a lot from him. Men bottle things up, but we don't want to continue with a generation of men that don't speak, men that are forced to toughen up or harden up when circumstances are not good, because that is not the life I'm preaching today. We want vulnerable men. We want men that are able to speak up, that are able to communicate their feelings, so that this does not become something that is generational. It is not normal. Kinship is very, very important. I don't want to be a reason where a man gives up his family for me, all in the name. The love have not reached here like that. It is not the love of a mother and a child. For the sake of Allah, I'm not even going to do that, and I'm not going to encourage or advise anybody to do so. So if you are in such a dynamic, most especially young girls that just want to be married, all in the name of marriage, please do not start what you cannot finish. it does not end well. So this is where we draw the curtain for today's talk. Let me know what are your thoughts. Do you know anybody that have experienced a loveless a marriage that is void of family, one family, one side of the family, whether the maternal or paternal side? I mean, this also goes to men as well. Don't go into a marriage where you're not accepted. It just won't work well for you, and it's always tougher with on the woman. Yeah, it won't work well for you. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Please subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and see you in my next video. Bye and stay blessed.